I am at a very unique place. I am with Wayne Sutton, who is actually a territory manager for Stihl, and he has a collection like no other collection in the Pacific Northwest. So what is it that you collect?
Well, besides the normal things, I also collect chainsaws, and I'm kind of known for my chainsaw collection.
Yeah. And so how did that all start? I mean, how do you start collecting chainsaws?
Well, while I was going to college, I worked at a chainsaw repair shop for a while to make a little money in between, and all the old timers came in and they were telling me about these old chainsaws that they'd had. And I thought, I really need to have one of those old chainsaws so I can, share it with them and they'd be happy with me. And so I searched around, and for $20 I bought my very first old chainsaw. Well, I thought it was pretty cool too. And so next time I had a chance, I found another one. And then an old fella saw it and said, I have an old saw, do you want that one? And so things started adding up, and before long I had enough chainsaws that I was pretty clearly collecting chainsaws. So that's how it started.
And now, though, you have a whole museum that's attached to your home. So, I mean, you built a building to house your collection.
That's right. You can't have a collection if you're not going to share it.
Of course,
so
of course.
I like to share it.
So can you put a number on how many you have right now? I mean, there is like hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds here.
Well, at one point I had 3,000 saws. Mm-hmm. And that was quite a while ago.
Oh.
I quit counting then.
And it's not that you have just chainsaws that maybe a homeowner would have. You have some that go back way far into the logging business, and then things from other countries, and ones that go underwater. I mean, it's just unbelievable range.
Well, and when I started, I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of chainsaws, and I was surprised. But now I know that there's a lot more of these unusual, really strange machines, and I really need those. And then all the ephemera and strange things that go along with it. I have to have it all.
Of course.
And but I really enjoy it.
So can you tell us about a couple of unique ones? I mean, can you kind of hone in on just a few that really piqued your interest? And
well, you mentioned an underwater saw, and I had seen an underwater saw once when I was at a museum in Germany, and I thought, that is a really strange and unusual saw. And at some point, I got an email from a fellow who had one that was brand new in a box. And he says, "Are you interested in this saw?" I didn't have to say twice.
Right.
Yeah, I sure did. And so now I have that saw, and it's been a great addition to the collection.
I bet. Any other ones that you could kind of tell us about that were really kind of unique, and you thought that, wow, that's just a great one to have?
Well, a diesel-powered chainsaw, one that uses diesel for operation. That's a very neat machine that I have. But then I also have one that's actually just on loan that is the earliest chainsaw that I have. And it's a Wolf chainsaw that was built in Portland, Oregon.
Oh.
And somewhere around 1919, a guy by the name of Charles Wolf started building this saw, and amazingly, it survived. I haven't been able to actually take full possession of it, but I'm showing it, and I'll probably have to return it someday. But in the meantime, it's really a prized possession.
So Wayne, I see other names here. It's not just Stihl chainsaws. There's other companies involved.
Well, that's right. There's hundreds of chainsaw companies that have been around over the years. And it's interesting how most of them have evolved from Stihl in some way, whether it was copying one of his early patents or something like that. But there's a lot of brands, and all of them had their own idea of what was the right way to go.
And I see some other things too. There's a lot of whimsy here. It's not just machinery, and you've really collected from A to Z anything that has to do with chainsaws, toys or mugs or other things like that.
Yeah, I love the toys and all the ephemera of the chainsaw business, and there's everything from ashtrays and wristwatches and Christmas ornaments and belt buckles, and it goes on and on and on. And the amazing part is that you're always finding new, unusual things there, and they're really kind of neat, and it's fun to get a care package occasionally in the mail that'll have something in it I've never even seen before, and that's in addition to the museum.
So there's a lot of people out there looking out for you.
There's a lot of folks looking out for me. Yes.
Well, this is such a special place, and if you wanted to be able to come up, Wayne will invite you in by appointment only, and so we'll have the website or an email for you to go to, or you can go to our website, gardentime.tv, and find out that information and come up and see Wayne and this very unique museum. Well, thank you so much, and keep on collecting.
Oh, you bet. Thanks.